Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and today I am going to be doing my TBR jar for the month of September. So a really brief recap for the month of August. I read a total of 5 books, and I did not read everything that I pulled out of my jar for the month of August. And the biggest reason I did not do that is because I had several books on hold at the library that this was the time where my name was next in line, and I had to read them because there were people after me and I cannot hold them for that long, so I had to get those done. So some of the other books were kind of pushed to the back burner, which is okay because I can put them back on my TBR shelf and hopefully draw them at another time or choose to read them at another time. So no harm done there. So for the books that I did pick and draw out of my jar for August, I ended up only reading, I want to say maybe 3 or 4. So I read Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. And then I read Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. And those are actually the only 2 that I read out of the books that I drew. I know, kind of silly, but like I said, it was mainly because of the library situation. So it's kind of a surprise what I did read. That's fun. I read The Cleaving by Julia E. McKenna. Oh, I did pull that one out. Never mind. Okay, I did pull that one out of my jar. Okay, so I did read that one. And then I read Wait for Me by Jody Headland. And then I read The Frugal Wizard's Guide to Surviving Medieval England by Brandon Sanderson. And then I read Morgan Is My Name by Sophie Keach. So yes, so I read 3 out of the 7 that I drew, and I was supposed to read Lady of the Rivers by Philippa Gregory, and I did not get to that one. So I did manage to read 6 out of 7 books, but not all from my TBR jar. Okay, so moving on, and be looking out for that video a little later. I will be doing a recap. Moving on to my September TBR jar. I cannot believe we're getting ready to be in the month of September. That's crazy. Okay, so September is gonna be fun because it's my birthday month. Woohoo, I'm super excited. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I am going to pick 7 books again. I like picking 7, it gives me some options. I don't usually get to all 7, but that's okay. Let's see if I can stick to the ones that I actually picked. Okay, prompt number 1, here we go, big shake. All right, here we go. A book that has been made into a movie. Okay, I actually have the perfect book for this because it's been on my TBR shelf for a while and I just haven't picked it up yet. Okay, so I picked Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. So this has been on my TBR shelf for a while and I haven't gotten around to it. I am a big fan of the cartoon Disney movie. The live action's not quite my favorite, but I do like the cartoon one a lot. So I got this one at Barnes & Noble. The cover is just so pretty. I love it. And that's the back. It's so much fun. So yeah, and this has illustrations in it and I'm really excited. So yeah, okay, that's prompt number 1. Prompt number 2, here we go. Okay, a 2023 new release. All right, so I actually do have one on my mind for this one also, and I just bought it a couple weeks ago, so I'm pretty excited. All right, so my 2023 new release is Borrow My Heart by Casey West. So this says on the back, so this is a rom-com. This says on the back, Rin is used to being called a control freak. She doesn't care. Sticking to the list of rules she created for herself helps her navigate life. But when a cute guy named Asher walks through the door of her neighborhood coffee shop, the rule book goes out of the window. Asher is cute and charming, and he's being catfished by his online crush. So Rin makes an uncharacteristically impulsive decision. She pretends to be the girl he's waiting for to save him from embarrassment. Suddenly, she's fake dating boys she knows about nothing about, and it's amazing. It's not long before Asher has her breaking even more of her own rules, but will he forgive her when he finds out she's not who she says she is? Rin's not so sure. After all, rules exist for a reason. So this looks like an adorable rom-com. I was drawn to the pictures because of the pets and the animals. I was drawn to this book because of the animals. So I am really excited to try this one out. It looks adorable and I cannot wait. Okay, prompt number 3, here we go. All right, drawing. Okay, a book set in a small town. Okay, so I do have my book for this prompt. This is called Careless Whiskers by Miranda James. So this is from my library pick, and this is a cozy mystery. I have been wanting to get back into the cozy mystery genre for a while now, and I thought September is a good time because October I do like to read mysteries a little bit more. So this is a cozy mystery, and this is in the Cat in the Stacks mystery series. There's I want to say there's 15 books in this series, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is book number 12. And this is set in Athena, Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is correct. And this one is the main character. What is his name? Let's figure this out. Charlie Harris. Okay, this is about his daughter is framed for this murder. So this is about a play, a production of Careless Whiskers. That's the name of the production and play. And his daughter is the main suspect of murdering this overbearing, over-the-top actor. And so they have to kind of figure this out, and he has to kind of get her name cleared and everything. So that will be really fun. And of course, anything with animals in it, I'm all about that. So yeah, okay. So that was prompt number 3. Okay, so now we're moving on to prompt number 4. Here we go. Give it a shake. Okay. A book set in the UK. Ooh. Okay, I probably have a lot for this. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so for a book set in the UK, I did pick this off my library haul. Also, this is called The Belle of Belgrave Square by Mimi Matthews. And don't you just love that cover? So this is a historical romance set in London, actually. So the premise of the story is this young lady, the heroine of our story, named Julia, is an introvert and hates getting out into society to try to find a husband. She would prefer to spend her time in the saddle. So she actually meets someone she likes and proposes to him, which is, of course, unheard of in that time period. And he agrees. And she has some stipulations for him if she can kind of do some of the things that she enjoys doing. And he agrees to that as long as she agrees to one of his stipulations. She cannot go exploring a certain part of his house or something. So there's kind of a little bit of intrigue there. And of course, a wonderful romance ensues. So yes, The Belle of Belgrave Square by Mimi Matthews. Okay, now it's time for prompt number 5. Here we go. Okay, a medieval influence. Okay, I do have quite a bit of choices for this one. And let me think about what I want to do. Okay, so I ended up choosing another library pick, actually. This is called The Druid by Jeff Wheeler. So basically, this is about a young girl named Aline, and she is very lowly, has no station in life, and she ends up working for this druid, and he's an exiled advisor of the king, and he's kind of scary and whatnot. So she is trying to gain his confidence and his trust because he knows the location of this secret tomb that reveals passages to other worlds and more magic that they can access at their fingertips. So it's her job to get this information from him to pass on to someone else that she's kind of working for. And basically she kind of is torn between which side she's on and has to kind of navigate through all of that. So that actually looks kind of interesting. That has the medieval influence and some magic involved. So that'll be fun with fantasy. Yeah. Okay, now it's time for prompt number 6. A book with non-human characters. Okay. I chose Dawn of the Clans, Warriors, The Sun Trial by Erin Hunter. There are quite a few books in this series, and she has like 3 different series, and it all involves like these animals. And I actually just discovered this book the other day, so I don't know much about it, but I'm really excited to try it. This is a middle grade. So the insert says, for many moons, a tribe of cats has lived peacefully near the top of a mountain, but prey is scarce and seasons are harsh, and their leader fears they will not survive. When a mysterious vision reveals a land filled with food and water, a group of brave young cats sets off in search of a better home. But great dangers await them. In this unfamiliar world, faced with loners and fierce rogues, all vying for territory and power, the traveling cats must find a new way to live side by side or risk tearing one another apart. So that sounds extremely interesting. It is a middle grade. It kind of it gave me Redwall vibes by Brian Jakes. So this looks really cool and I'm excited to give it a go. Okay, and finally, prompt number 7. A book with magical creatures. Okay, so I actually decided to try Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. I don't know a lot about this. I just heard about this book the other day. I believe there are magical creatures in this. It is a middle grade fantasy. And basically what it's about is this girl named Morrigan. She is cursed per se and blamed for everything bad that goes on in her community. And she's also cursed. She's cursed to die on her 11th birthday, I think, 11th. So, ooh, rough start. So she gets visited by this man named Jupiter North, and he takes her to Nevermore. And in order to be able to stay in Nevermore forever and to feel like she has, a future, she has to complete in all of these trials. And it just sounds really fun and fantastical. I'm picking up some Hunger Game vibes, maybe some Harry Potter. So yes, this looks really cool. I do have 2 middle grades on my list. I usually don't do middle grades unless it's Harry Potter, but I kind of want to get into some middle grades. I've heard great things about this book, so picked it up at the library and I'm excited. Okay, everybody, those are my 7 picks for the month of September. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 fantasies, and 2 of those are middle grade. I have an historical fiction, I have a rom-com, and I have a cozy mystery. So that gives me plenty to work with. Fantasy is my favorite, so funny how I totally navigate to the fantasies. But yes, I'm excited for this month, and I am excited that it's starting to become fall, even though it's where I live, it's still super hot and very annoying. But yes, fall is on the way. So please be on the lookout for my August TBR wrap up, what I read in the month of August. That'll be arriving here in the next few days. And if you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching and have a blessed day. Bye.